Why do you look extra pretty
Wait.
today?
Slow down. You just clapped so quick. You didn't give it 5 seconds.
I did give it 5 seconds.
Did you?
Yes, we're at 11 seconds.
Okay.
Yes. Rick, we just started and Renee's already yelling at me.
Oh, Rick's already on.
Yes. Well, that's why I was happy to wait a little bit for my friend Rick. I was just telling Renae how beautiful she was, and she was like, "Can you wait? You haven't even said 5." I'm like, God dang, dude, my bad, dog. Shit. Like,
Rick's just laughing.
like, golly.
Rick's just
and here I am,
laughing.
like, admiring my beautiful wife, and I'm like, wow, you look beautiful. I haven't even waited 5 seconds. Like, shit, dude. Pump the brakes, guy. Well, how are you, Rick? I figured you'd be in a good mood today because I watched the game last night, and your Lions looked pretty good, buddy.
I was so stressed out. I was sweating the whole game.
I knew you were, dude. I was watching the game, and I will say, like, that's when I have friends that I know love a team, and my team's not playing. Like, of course,
root for them?
Well, yeah, of course I'm gonna root for my friend's team, you know. And then they're playing the freaking Eagles, so it's easier to root for my friend. So yeah, I was I was definitely thinking about you, buddy. Definitely thinking about you. Lots to cover today.
Is there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
No?
Yeah, no. Last week was interesting for me because we recorded the podcast and then
Eric
we
screwed
found
up.
out, and then we found out we had to do it again. And it was really interesting because it's been a long time since we've re-recorded a podcast. And to me, reading the comments, I read the comments from last week, but to me, the first episode was quite different than the second episode. Just the vibe and the tone and the discussion. I'm curious to know what Rick thought seeing it the second go around.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
It was definitely different. The vibe was completely different. You guys already knew what you guys were each going to say, so you kind of blew by the kind of commentary and just got kind of to the meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah, you know what? And the funny part is, for me at least, when I have an idea or a story in my head that I want to tell on stage, the first time I tell it is always like amazing. And then when I go, okay, that bit works, that story works, I can't wait to tell it again. The second time I tell it, it's not quite there. And I think it's because you have time to like think, right? And you have time or you're trying to recreate something.
Well, I felt, and I don't know if you sensed it, Rick, but I remember in that moment, the second go round, feeling like, whoa, the emotion you are throwing my way felt very different the second go round.
Well, I laughed because I was talking, and then Renae at one point goes, "Can I talk? You've already talked a lot. Can I talk?"
I sat very patiently
and then, of course,
didn't interject. And
then, of course, one of the family was like, "Good for you, Renae. Good for you, girl." Like, yeah, bitch, get him. And it's like, dude, if I did that, they'd be like, Steve's a dick.
I know.
Like,
I thought it was appropriate. I mean, I thought me saying, "Hey, can I talk?" was appropriate in the moment. I let you talk for a long time.
Well, I mean, I don't think you had to be that aggressive. I mean, I'm happy to let you talk. I mean, this is the Steve and Captain Evil podcast.
So it's interesting. We both felt like the second go round, it was a little more aggressive.
A little more. Renee's a very aggressive human being. But do what? Yeah, that's all Eric's fault. Eric's screwing up.
Eric in the corner goes, "My bad,
My
guys."
bad, guys. Sorry I ruined y'all's life. Sorry I got you guys in a fight. We should have made his ass come back at night. But you know what? It's funny because Eric is my second cousin. His dad is my cousin. He's my second cousin. And it's interesting because his grandfather is my godfather.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he's passed.
Okay.
And every time Eric and I work together, like we always think about like, what is our reaction to something and what would that generation's, like my dad and his grandpa, like they're, and it was funny because when Eric screwed up, he was like, "Dude, I felt bad." And then he's like, "I just heard my grandpa in my head going, 'Pendejo, God damn it, what the fuck did you do?'" He goes, "And Steve, you were just like, oh well. Like, what are we going to do?" I mean,
yeah, you guys were like, "We got to go to the next appointment, on to the next. Come on, hop in the car."
But when it comes to like raising kids, Rick, like I think about that all the time. Like I do not want to I don't know if it's my dad's generation. I don't know if it's the machismo Mexican. I mean, I don't know what it is. And maybe Rick can shine a light on it. But like my dad was very like, why'd you do that? And fuck and shit. Like if I made a mistake,
yeah,
why are you doing it like that? I mean, he was always very
reactionary
on my ass. Or in my head, he'd be like, he'd go, for example, roll that extension cord up. And I'm like, oh, okay, yes, sir. Like I'm on it.
Yeah.
Then I start rolling it up. And they'd be like, why are you doing it like that? Are you stupid? You don't roll an extension cord like that. Let me have it, goddammit. And he'll like rip it out of your hands and then do it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how about you teach me?
Yeah.
Like, how about...
I've never rolled an extension cord before.
Yeah, how about you show me how to do it instead of ripping it out of my... Or he'll go, you don't know how to do that? What, are you stupid? And I'm like, but you never taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just using an extension cord as an example. I mean, it was everything. It was everything, right?
Yeah.
So, Rick, was your dad similar to that?
Yes. And now that I'm a father, do you know how long it takes to teach your kids things?
Yes.
Like, it just takes so long.
It's patience, right? I mean, it is having the patience to go, hey, to my son Garrett, hey, Garrett, come here, let me show you how to do this. And it takes time.
Yeah. Oh,
Right?
With Delilah, it's the seatbelt buckle because she can do it, but she doesn't want to do it. And at school pickup.
Those are just women's skills.
No, but at school pickup.
When Renae doesn't want to do something that she knows how to do, she will make it very difficult for me. She will make it very difficult.
No, but I would do they put her in the car while we're driving through the pickup line so you don't stop. And if she doesn't want to buckle up, I often have to pull over on the side of the road and be like, girl, I'm going to sit here until you buckle your seatbelt, And if she's really struggling with it, then I get out of the car and help her. But
no,
she can do it.
No, it's hard. And Rick, I'm with you, man. And I do still have those moments, right? Where I'm like, oh, just give it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Garrett will be like, Dad,
Yeah.
And then he's like, you got so mad. I'm like, dude, like I was on a 3. I got 12s and 15s out of 10s.
Yeah.
From my dad, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So he's like, God, Dad, you got all mad. And I'm like, dude, that's not even fucking close.
Which, as you say that, might explain why everyone is so sensitive these days. Like everybody.
Well, Dad was always, and my padrino Chalo, they were always very straightforward and very, they didn't beat around the bush. They were aggressive. And you just learn to deal with it. You just, you're just like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, they're not going to change. And you just go, but it also helped me in life that as I moved forward in life, I'm like, dude, what are you going to say to me?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to me? Right? I have been yelled at, screamed at. I've had things yanked out of my...
You're not easily shut down.
Yeah, I don't shut down easily. And for Garrett to see me at a 3 and for him to be like, oh, it goes back to all perspective.
Yeah.
Right? But I will say that I think a lot of my issues in life are also because of that. Right? Like Eric's feeling of, I'm going to get in trouble, right? Comes from that. Like, oh fuck, I didn't get in trouble. So Rick, do you find yourself going to your dad mode sometimes too?
Yeah, the older they get, the less often I am in dad mode because they now understand and have seen or have different experiences and kind of, I guess, react differently to things. So it's more kind of like, one of my kids is 16. He understands right and wrong. Yeah,
and now it's a matter of come on, dude, right?
Right.
Like you made that decision and
or just there's flat out a consequence for it because it was wrong.
Like that was, dude, come on, right?
Yeah.
And that's how, I was very fortunate that my dad always treated me like a man, and that's one thing that I'm trying to do with Garrett, right? My dad was always like, you need to do this, do it. This needs to get taken care of, take care of it.
Yeah.
Right? So I try to do that with Garrett as well without the, screaming and yelling and
something that I really learned from you, early on in our relationship.
Tell everybody.
Especially with the kids, is just fix it.
Fix it.
Just fix it.
You know, I tell the kids all the time, like, you know, Delilah, Delilah, and it's very interesting, Rick, because movies affect Delilah very deeply.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a sad moment, Delilah's very sad. If there's a scary moment, Delilah's really scared.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, runs out of the room scared and, like, screams.
So we're watching a movie together. We're doing one of our slumber party in our bed movie nights, I don't know, a couple months ago.
Oh, that were just the other day with Wreck-It Ralph.
I forget what we were watching, but no, I'm talking about so Delilah freaks out, runs under our coffee table in our bedroom, and knocks over this, we had this really, like, Dia de los Muertos, beautiful, like, ceramic skull.
Yes.
She knocks it over, it breaks, and immediately, because it makes a lot of noise, and then I freaked out because I didn't want her to move. I didn't want her to get cut.
Because she was barefoot and laying under it.
So immediately I'm like, Delilah, don't move! Like, I had to get loud, like I don't want her to also get cut.
Yeah.
So that freaked her out. And I had to calm her down and go, just fix it. We're just going to clean it up. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We make mistakes in life, and you just fix it.
Yeah.
You know, this morning, because Renae has everything in a fucking container. Everything's in a damn container.
I knew you were going to blame it on me.
The damn oatmeal jar container. And nothing can be plastic in our home.
I'm weird about plastic. I like
Garrett
glass.
wanted oatmeal, and I went and grabbed the oatmeal, and it fell out of my hands, broke on the ground, oatmeal everywhere, glass everywhere. And, you know, it's one of those deals where it's like, well, I don't have a time machine.
Yeah.
I can't go back. Am I gonna the phrase, am I gonna cry over spilt milk?
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna clean it up.
Did you hear Delilah from her room this morning in her
Thank
PJs?
God I wasn't over there.
It was so cute.
But I also want my kids to know, like, hey man, it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me about them so we can fix them.
Yeah.
Right? I would make a mistake and be like, oh shit. Like, I don't know if I want to tell them. Do I want to lie? Do I want to, you know, and it makes you want to lie. And if I'm being honest, sometimes as a kid, I did lie because I was more afraid to tell them what I did, you know, and it shouldn't be that way.
I was going to say, it makes things shameful when they don't have to be.
It's not, yeah, I mean, dude, you know, and I love it. Like, you know, Garrett in the Polaris literally wrecked into my truck, and he comes in and he's like, Dad, can I talk to you? I go, what's up, buddy? I could tell something was up.
Yeah.
I wrecked your truck. And I go, well, let's go look at it. Right? He's like, it's right there. And I was like, hey, man, I go, it is what it is. Right? But next time we need to be more careful. Right? And next time we need to look around. Yes. I don't need to be like, Mother God, damn it. What the fuck? And my, you know, I mean, it's not worth it. And it doesn't, I don't think it builds confidence.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it leads to, you know, I was a very violent young man. I think it leads to violence. And I think it leads to me, when somebody would come to me and that was my age and contest me or tell me I did something wrong, my reaction to them was, fuck you, you know, anger back.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm letting out the anger of that I wanted to let loose on my dad.
Yeah.
For being a dick, but I couldn't because he's bigger than me, you know. But this dude, I'm like, you're not doing that to me, you know. I don't know. I think what we're doing is right, and I think that, you know, I spend a lot of time, you know, and that's another thing. I have friends that go, dude, you take Garrett fishing, and I'm like, yeah, and they're like, oh, I just rather not. It's a pain in the ass, and I go, well, yeah, but now it's not. Like, now Garrett baits his own hook, throws his own line, knows how to deal with a bird's nest. No, you know what I mean? Like, so now it's like I take my son fishing and he's fishing just as well as I am because we went through the tough phase.
Yeah.
We went through the patience. We went through the teaching them, you know. And Rick, it's kind of cool, right? When you see your son like handling shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you, especially in ways that you wouldn't handle them, you kind of go, oh, where'd you get that from?
Oh, that's cool because his kids are older. Yeah.
But his kids have also been raised different. That's why, right?
Yeah, some would say like sissies.
Like sissies, yeah. Well, you know what I found very interesting too is I for those of you who don't know, I read and I look at a lot of psychology, human psychology, and I study it. I've been doing it for a long time. And one of the guys that I forget his name, but he said something very interesting to me. He goes, you have to remember that your kids are not growing up the same.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, it's the same house. Yes, it's the same parents, but it's not the same parents because your parents have grown.
And technology has changed.
And financial has changed.
Yes.
And perspective on life has changed for the parents.
Societal influences.
Energy, right? So even though Garrett grew up with the same parents, it's not the same parents.
It's not.
Delilah's not getting the same parents. Delilah's getting different parents.
Yeah.
Right? And for us in particular, Garrett did not grow up in this home till he was already 5.
Well, his whole first year of life was you, me, and him in California, and that
not the whole first year, but some of it. Yeah,
pretty much.
You know, he's so mad at me. He goes, "My passport's the only one that says I'm born in California." But I would say, when you have 3 boys, they're definitely growing up in a different house, each and every one of them, right?
Yeah, you definitely know like what hurts them, what doesn't. Like when your kid falls the first time, you think it's the end of the world, and then on the third one, you're like, just get up,
Yeah,
put some dirt on it, stop crying.
Like, stop being a titty baby, bro. Get up. Get up. But I would say as a dad, my job is to toughen my son up. My job is to not pander to him, right? And go, dude, I'm not doing that. I don't want to hear it. Right? I don't know. You're not going to do that. Like this morning, Garrett got his first bad grade in the history of him.
Yeah.
Literally in the history of him. So yesterday I brought it up and immediately he was like, I already know. And I'm on it. I said, dude, I'm not even mad.
He was just so upset about it.
I go, this was last night. I go, Garrett, I'm not even upset. I go, I clearly you're upset. And that's why I'm not upset because you got to fix it.
Meanwhile, Delilah will be like, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
It's still passing.
Yeah. Delilah's like, I'm beautiful. I'm going to have a great life. But I told him, I said, here's the deal, Garrett. I said, why don't you go to your teacher and you ask your teacher, what can you do better? And that what were the issues that you had so that you can fix them, right? 2 things there. Number 1, my job is to teach my kid to handle his shit on his own.
Yeah.
Without daddy and mommy going, my son got a bad grade. What can we then go tell him to do?
Yeah.
No, you go and you handle it yourself, number 1. So he goes, okay, what do you want me to say? I said, I want you to go over there and I want you to ask her, why did I get a C? What needs to be better? And what do I need to work on so it doesn't happen again? He goes, okay, I got it, right? This morning we're driving to school and I said, hey, buddy, he goes, I already know what to say. And I go, dude, I'm not yelling at you. I'm not upset with you. I'm not being aggressive. But it is my job, son, to remind you. Well, I'm aware. And I go, why don't we start over? I go, so let's try this again.
Yeah.
What are we going to say? Well, I'm going to say this, and this. And I said, okay, good. Thank you, son. But he was still pissed.
Yeah.
Right? But at least he fixed. And it's like, dude, you made a bad grade. You did that. I didn't do that.
Yeah. I'm sure he's grumpy because he doesn't want it, because it's going to be a hard, uncomfortable conversation with him and he doesn't want to have it. And he's probably already stressing about it.
But I do worry about that. And we got our asses whipped this weekend in baseball. And if I'm being honest with you, Rick, I was very happy about it.
Were you? I felt like, if I'm being honest, I felt like not only was it a hard pill for the kids to swallow, I think it was a hard pill for some of the parents to swallow too, because we hadn't had multiple losses like that in a while. We got
our asses whipped.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about beat. We got our asses handed to us. And what even hurts even more is they weren't even good teams. They were average, okay teams. But they beat our ass. And I watched those boys from the first game to the third game get defeated, cry,
emotional,
emotional,
lots of emotions,
throw a fit. And it's like, dude, Garrett, you need to learn to lose.
I almost want to go look at the hormone chart. You know, there's like a kid's developmental phase hormone chart and see what's happening right now for these boys.
10's a big one.
I think that there's some surges happening.
10 is a big one.
Some hormonal surges.
Definitely 10 is a big one for the hormonal
They're 9
surges.
and 10, yeah? 9
They're
and
all
just
becoming
turning
10. Yeah, they're all becoming 10. But I was happy that they lost so that they can learn to lose.
Yeah.
And baseball's a mental game. And when you look at Garrett's life and all the great things he has and the great school and the great parents and all these things, it's like, dude, where's your adversity going to come from?
Yeah.
Where's the grit going to come from? That's why we play sports. Not so my kid can get a scholarship, not so that my kid can play pro, so that, hey, dude,
we can learn some life
hey,
lessons.
that sucks. And you guys are all acting like entitled little rich kids because all the kids are well off on our team. You're all acting like entitled little freaking rich kids. And that little fucking Mexican kid in San Antonio that's throwing the ball up against the brick wall across the street at the church that he lives by, that kid has grit. And that kid's used to losing. And that kid, when he loses, he's not going to care. And he's going to wake up every day and go, I've been here before. I lost yesterday. I lost today. I lost again. And I'm going to keep going. And losing does not bother me. That's the kid that goes on and becomes a D1 athlete. That's the kid that turns out to be pro. So I got to find those places for Garrett, right? Where it's like, where's the grit going to come from, dude?
Yeah.
You got your ass whipped. And now you're crying like a little baby when you should be thinking to yourself, I got to work more. I got to practice more. And all I heard was excuses. Well, the umpire was not calling good strikes. And, well, my teammate didn't do their job. Or, well, they weren't pitching very hard, so we really couldn't put the bat on the ball because I'm used to hard pitches. And it's like, dude, I've heard 15 fucking excuses, and I have not heard solutions. What's the solution?
Yeah.
Right? Because the idea would be, hey, Dad, why don't you pitch to me a little slower so I can get my timing, so I can learn to hit those balls? Hey, Dad, I can't control the umpire, right?
Yeah.
I can't control. So, it's one of those deals where I'm like, dude, I'm glad you fuckers lost. And not only lost,
Don't call them that.
You got your asses whipped. Don't you think, Rick?
I think you're 100% right. You don't learn much winning, especially if you do it against teams you should beat. You learn a lot more when you lose. But it's also funny when you're talking about they're the rich kids. I pictured, was it Rocky 3 where he has to fight the Russian?
Yeah.
Where he's got all the money and stuff, and then Rocky's over there with trees.
That's, dude, 100%. Freaking, dude, Garrett's got the batting cage and the pitching machine and the badass gear and and it's like, dude, bro, that kid that's over there carrying trees.
Yeah. Garrett yesterday, which bat should I hit with? This one or this one? And you're like, those bats are both $40 a pop. Like,
dude, that little Mexican kid in the ghetto is over there hitting with an Easton that his dad handed down to him, are found in the trash. That's the grit, man. And that's where I came from. I came from that. I'm used to everything's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome to me. Everything is a blessing to me. Everything is exciting to me. I've been told no by teachers. I was hated on by your favorite teachers.
I was hated on by your favorite teacher.
but I pulled up my panties and I fucking went to work, dude. Let's go. Yeah. So I'm glad they got their butts whipped, and I think it's going to be a huge lesson for them, I hope.
Yeah.
And Garrett's stressed out because the coaches were like, ooh, we're going to have y'all's ass this week. He's like, I don't want to go to practice. We're going to run. And I'm like, well, dude, deal with the consequences, bro.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like I tell these guys, it's not that bad, right? Rick played ball. Eric played ball. Yeah. I played ball. In the moment, you're like, this sucks. But here we are, grown men going, you know what? I survived. It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't the.
I just go back to not wanting. I mean, I agree that they should have a consequence or whatever, and run or. Oh, look, a squirrel just jumped up the tree.
Dude, she's literally squirrel. She literally.
He leaped. It was like flying.
Like last night, our conversation was literally about Renae being ADHD. literally, she was like, she's like, I have come to find out that I have ADHD. And then I'm like,
what did I say? I said, I'm listening to a book on tape about women with ADHD, but obviously I haven't finished it yet.
And then we're sitting here this morning, she's like, squirrel. Okay, so continue your thought, ADHD.
I don't remember what my thought was anymore. Go ahead.
Rick, is that not hilarious?
That's really funny.
Jeez. And the funny part is, and one of the things to go down that rabbit hole, I told Renae, I go, what's interesting if I were to go to you, Rick, and I were to say, out of me and Renae, who is ADHD? You would 100% say it's me. Nobody would guess that you were ADHD.
Rick just got silent.
What are you saying, Rick?
Well, is that a real question? Of course I think it's you.
Yeah. That's my point, and it's Renae. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know that I've ever even thought that about you, Renae.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? I think, I'm learning from the book that it's harder to diagnose in women than men, but also I think it's why I'm such a control freak and why the fact that Steve like runs from one thing to the next and is so chaotic, like irritates me so much because I need the structure, the routine in order to do better. And you like...
I move fast and I check off boxes.
Yeah.
Right? I check them off. Done. Boom. Done. Boom. Eric came to me today and was like, hey,
what?
Oh, that's the shower. Mom's taking a shower.
Oh, I was like, what is
that? Eric literally came up to me today and was like, hey, man, we got to do a couple promos. I go, great, let's do them right now. Like, let's knock them out.
Yeah.
Boom. Check that box. I'm a very check the box and move on. Check the box and move on. And I'm also not a perfectionist. So I'm like, look, I'm done. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right. And I've also read a lot about how the best entrepreneurs and the most successful people are like that.
Do things quick.
They do things quick. They move. Right.
Yeah.
Done. Next. Done. Next.
But it's also what I need to like, if I've got something big that I need to tackle brain wise, I need to go sit somewhere quiet and everyone just kind of leave me be so I can work through it.
Yeah. Renae definitely needs her like space. Right. Yeah. Renae definitely needs that like
quiet.
Leave me alone.
Quiet.
I need to focus.
It's already hard enough for me to focus. Don't throw more distractions my way.
And meanwhile, my brain, I'm thinking of the 10 different things I have going on right now and the things I need to check off. And I don't write anything down.
And it doesn't stress you out at all.
And I don't get stressed. And I'm in the process of suing somebody and I'm not worried about it. Like it doesn't concern me. It'll work out.
Yeah.
But there's also I would hope that as you go on in life, you start to realize that it's probably going to work out. And we're going to be okay.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
And I think that early on in our career and our life as a couple, there were so many moments where like, what are we going to do? We're not going to make it. And
we weren't sure if we were.
And then you look back on it, you're like, well, what did we really need? We really didn't need much.
Yeah.
What were we stressing about? You know what I mean? Like, it's like Eric, single guy, young, it's like, Eric, what do you need? Not much.
Sometimes it felt like, well, what do I need more this week? Deodorant or face wash?
And it's like, well, it's going to work out, So you're stinky for a little while, I mean, take more showers. I don't know. I mean, I like to move fast. I think I would put Rick in your category. I wonder if Rick is ADHD.
100%.
Do you know you're ADHD?
I don't know it for a fact. But every time I hear someone talk about it, I was like, oh, yep, that's me. Have to go somewhere quiet. But I also have that thing with you, Steve, where I have 15 different things on my head at one given time, and I just systematically go through it. So I'm probably in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also somebody that is much like Renae, where if you have an assignment, you're going to do all the research. You're going to make sure everything's perfect, and all the T's are going to be crossed, and all the I's are going to be dotted.
Yeah. That's correct.
You're not I'll hit you up when I need like a badass video for my tour or a badass trailer or something. I don't hit you up for hey man, I just need a quick video, because it's never going to be quick with Rick.
Ouch.
No, but in a good way, right? Like, but I have learned.
I also
does that
think,
make sense?
Rick, like, because Steve doesn't do those sorts of things, like because he's not on the phone with the insurance company or with Verizon because the hotspot isn't working, he does not realize how long those things take. So there's a part of like, yes,
I just know the faster way to do it.
No, there's a part of like, yes, I'm a perfectionist, but there's also a part of like, dude, sometimes these things are just obnoxious and take a long time and you have no clue because you don't do them.
I don't disagree with that. Some things, yes. But some things, I know I'm looking at you going, oh, there's a way easier way to do that. Like, we don't, or like Renae will be doing something and I'm like, we have an accountant that we pay, right? Why don't you delegate? Instead of sitting at your desk trying to figure it out, why don't you just assign our accountant that we pay?
Yeah.
But Renae will insist, no, I'm doing it. And that's the other thing. Renae's like a pit bull, dude. Once she locks her jaws down on something, you ain't getting her off. Are you like that, Rick?
No, not at all.
Oh, Renae will not. Like, if Renae's doing something and she wants to do it, and I'll be like, well, why don't you do this? I'm not doing it like this. I'm like, fuck, man. All right, my bad, dog. Shit. Can I talk? Very aggressive. Very good.
Okay, can we change the subject now?
Yes.
Because I have something I've been wanting. Oh, wait, Rick wants to say something. What do you want to say?
I did just one question for you guys, just based on what you guys were talking about with money and what do you need. Did you guys, because of where you guys came from, especially with your guys' career, to where you are now, you're obviously making more money now. Did you guys ever have that fear of money? Like, someone's going to take it away from us, or if we don't, I don't know.
I live it every day.
Exactly how to explain it?
I live that every day. And again, when Renae says, Steve, why don't you take some more time off? And then I take time off, and then I get a phone call from my agent saying, hey, that weekend you wanted off, they're offering you this much. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Because I am always afraid that all this is going to go away. I'm always afraid that I'm not going to be the man and the provider I need to be. And I am in a constant panic every day of financial security.
Which I think is so interesting because early on in our relationship, you have always been I know we've talked about it on the podcast before, but you have always been such a generous, giving person. And I remember early on in our relationship, especially when Garrett was a baby, me feeling like, how are we going to take care of this kid? And you would be giving, you'd be giving to family, giving to whoever needed it. And I'd be like, can we take care of this family unit first before we feel the weight and the responsibility of taking care of others? And you never thought that way, ever.
I want to take care of everybody, number one. And number two, that part of my philosophy to success is that if you do take care of people, that you'll always be taken care of.
Yeah.
I do believe in God, and I do believe that if I continue to put good in the world, then blessings would come my way.
Yeah.
And that is and still is part of my plan as to how I want to live my life, is that I will give and I will take care of people and I will not say no. And I always tell people, I will say no because I can't. It'll never be because I don't want to do it. It's because I can't.
Yeah.
Right. So I've always lived my life thinking, and my dad taught me that, right? My dad always said, if people can feel greed, people know if you're greedy.
Yeah.
The world knows if you're greedy. And if you're greedy, God will not give you more. But if you live your life, and it actually pertained to waiting tables, my dad goes, if you wait tables because you truly want to serve, you'll make more money. If you wait tables because you're there to make money, you're not going to make more money. And when I waited tables, all the other servers would be like, how did Trevino make that much? How did Trevino make more than me? Trevino made that again?
Yeah.
And it's because when I waited tables, I wanted to give you good service. I wanted to give you a good recommendation. I wanted for you to enjoy your experience at the thing. And I think that, and I do believe that. I have met people where you go, you're off-putting because you're greedy.
You're after something.
You're after money, right? And I've never been after money. I've been after success. I've been after, and I still serve to this day, right? I serve people. I go out there and I want to serve and I want to perform and I want to give you
You made breakfast for everybody this morning.
When I have guests at the house, I'm the first one awake and I make my guests breakfast. If you come to my house for a party, I am not enjoying the party. I'm enjoying serving and giving. Baseball practice. When I get there, I have to lug my pitching machine and I have to plug it in and I have to run the extension cord and I have to set up nets and I have to do all these things. And I go back to the King, who is Jesus. And when you look at the Bible and you go, man, he is revered as our Lord and Savior. Well, when people came to his home, he cleaned their feet, right? So I want to do that. I want to serve. I want to give. I want people to know that I am here for your service. And I think that people that live their life like that are more respected, more loved, more cared about. But I also think they're more pushed around and forgotten about. Nobody thinks to go, hey, does Steve need help? Oh, no, Steve will do it. He always does. Steve will take care of it. He'll just take care of it. And it's funny because I do, in my head, make a mental note of the people that come to my house and just help. Right? And I know who those people are. And I'm not saying that the other people are worse than these people, but you can see in them what I am.
Yeah.
Right? The people who live their life in service. People come over, I'm moving, and all of a sudden I turn around and somebody's pulling a trash bag out when I was on my way to do it. And they're already doing it. Yeah. Right? And I'm not saying that people that don't want to serve are less than. I'm just saying that I personally admire the people that do that.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense, Rick?
It does, yes.
Which was not at all Rick's question. It's so interesting on this podcast how a question will take us in a completely different direction.
No, but the question was about money. And do I ever have that feeling that it's all going to be taken away? Yeah. Yes, 100% I do. But I also believe that it won't be taken away because I am kind and because I do want to serve.
Yeah.
And because I am nice. And we have been in situations, as you know, we're dealing with it right now, where my kindness gets taken advantage of by terrible, human, gross people. And I don't change.
Yeah.
We went through it with the baseball and Shrek and that big bitch, right? We went through it with her, right? And that didn't make me go, I'm shutting off my generosity. Yeah. I'm shutting off my home. I'm shutting off my openness to being friends with people. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And then here we are again, where somebody completely took advantage of us, and we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And we're going to be okay. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to win because I believe that if you're putting out blessings, the blessings will come. I believe that those people that are doing evil shit will eventually get what they deserve.
Yeah.
And we've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why, yes, I'm afraid every day that the money's going to go away. So what do? I give. Does that make sense?
And plan.
Yeah.
And plan.
We plan, but we give.
Try to, yeah.
And we care. What were you going to say? You had something to talk about.
Oh, completely different.
Squirrel.
No, I realized yesterday, so you're in Portland, Oregon this weekend? Okay. And yesterday was the first day of fall. I connected all of the dots. Do you know how far Portland, Oregon is from Salem?
Oh, yeah, we should show the kids that.
So that's my question is...
We should definitely show the kids the Salem witch trials. Yeah, let's...
But I was like, it's close to
Halloween. Hey,
Halloween.
kids, me and Mom want to freak you the fuck out. We're a bunch of...
No, but I got so excited. What are the chances that me, who loves Halloween, is going to be close to Salem during, Halloween season? Is it worth going?
Yeah, let's take our 5-year-old and tell her that women got murdered here because the people thought they were witches.
Well, I just thought you kind of like history too, so maybe you would be into it.
Tucking her in. Guess what we're doing tomorrow? Let me tell you a little bedtime story about these women.
As the producer, I'm going to step in and say this would be great content, so you are definitely going.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's only like an hour away. I've never been. I wonder if it's worth it. But when will we ever be close to Salem around Halloween again?
I don't know if I'm running my car for Portland yet. I got to do that after this.
Renting your car to drive to Salem.
Apparently.
I didn't know it was going to be such an easy sell. I thought you were totally going to shit on me for this idea.
I thought you were going to say I'm really excited because Portland, Oregon in the fall looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yes. Well, that's the other thing.
But I don't know if it's completely changed yet.
Yeah,
I think it's
but there's like apple picking and apple cider donuts and apple cider and all of that. And there's the Willamette Valley is known for making wine, but we don't want to do wine with the kids. But I was like, what about Salem?
Well, we'll see. Y'all should come out to Portland, Oregon and see Salem. Yeah,
it's got to be cool around Halloween.
I'm
right?
interested. I'm going to do a little research. But what were you going to say? Is that what you wanted to talk about?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I thought you were going to shit on my idea to go to Salem.
Shit on your idea. Renae, you do whatever you want, dude. Whenever you want. However you want. And if you don't get what you want, we have problems. True story? Yes.
What did you call me? I'm like a pit bull when I sink my teeth into something.
Oh, when Renae bites onto something, she ain't letting go. And if Renae doesn't want to do something but knows how to do it, she will pretend like she doesn't know how to do it just to make things more difficult. What are you looking for? He's looking for the
walking
look at Rick's pulling up
in Salem.
I don't know if it's appropriate for a 10 and a 5-year-old.
Well, you don't think the Mysteries and Murders of Salem is a good tour for a 5-year-old?
5 fun activities for kids.
5 fun activities for kids.
There you go.
Eric's pulling it up. What are those?
Enchanted Forest.
Hang a witch.
He said
Come on, kids.
He said the
Come on, we're all going to get to
forest.
hang a witch together. Come on, kids. And then my kids are Mexican, so they'll show up with a stick and start beating it, hoping candy will come out.
Stop. What did you say, the public library?
Public library.
Oh.
Children's museum.
There's a children's museum in Salem.
That sounds crazy.
Riverfront carousel.
A
Jeez
carousel?
Louise. Well, we shall see. Somebody's knocking at the door.
I need to do a little more research, but...
Timmy will handle that. But Miss Dora is here. Did I ruin your surprise yesterday? Was it supposed to be a surprise?
What?
Dinner today?
Oh, no. I just didn't want to announce it in front of Delilah. I didn't want her to feel like she was getting left out.
Delilah didn't care, dude.
Yeah.
Delilah, like as soon as you said that she's staying with Betty, she literally fist bumped Betty. She was like, fuck yeah, dude. Me and you, bruh.
You know what was so funny last night at bedtime? I asked her, I said, who do you want to put you to bed tonight? Me or and read books to you? Me or Miss Betty? She goes, Miss Betty. I said, okay, pick out your books. And she was like,
Grandma Dora's here too. And Grandma Dora's like, what the hell, dude? Like, that's my grandkid.
Well, anyway, so I said, pick out a book. So she, of course, picked out a book that's like so long and like has 10,000 flaps that you get to lift and read, And I said, okay, if that's your choice, then just that one book. I said that. And then she looked over at Betty because I'm not even the one reading the book. And I said, are you looking at Betty to see if she will allow you to read her books? She goes, yes, Mom, it's time for you to get out.
Oh, I heard. Betty told me this morning that she literally was like, scram. Shush. I do want to talk about Oxnard and thank everybody for coming out. Wonderful weekend, and I always love the people of Oxnard, and they're all just. It's a very appreciative crowd and very polite and
it's one of isn't it one of those markets I remember from last time? Isn't it one of those markets where you have people who have come to see you over years?
They come 15
plus years,
they come
right?
over and over, and I just love them, and I just want to thank them, and it was kind of odd to me because the manager is this big old homo. He's probably 6'4", 350. And he's got these like black girl nails. Right? Like black girl, I work at the DMV nails, right?
Let's just like throw every stereotype into these 5 sentences.
But you fucking got it. In your head, you were like, I know exactly what his nails look like, right? See or no? And of course, because it's Halloween, they're all Halloween and blacked out, and and he's just he's a funny. He makes me laugh, He's always very chippery, and just a great dude. I mean, I love working with him, right? Because he's always happy and he's always like, Steve, can I get you anything? And he's so flamboyant.
Yeah.
You know, and hey, girl. Like, yeah, I mean, he's like, but I just love the dude, man. And afterwards, there's not a lot to do in Oxnard. So my routine Friday night is usually pull up a booth at the club while they clean up and have a few drinks and just listen to some music and hang out. So that's what I did. And he came over and I'm like, hey man, sit down, you know, and he sat down with me and we laughed and joked and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then here's what surprised me. He goes, you know, Steve, I love you because he's like, you're so easy and you're so comfortable. And I said, what do you mean by comfortable? And he goes, you don't care that I'm gay. And I go, well, like what? And then he goes to tell me that there are comedians that do not want him in the green room. And I'm like, really, dude? Comics? And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, they don't come out and say it, but they fucking say it. He goes, and you invite me to sit down. You invite me to sit down in the green room. You invite me for a drink. And I'm like, well, you're a person.
Yeah.
And you're not a fraud. You are who you are. You know, those are the people that I love most. People that wear their emotions on their sleeves. People who are honest. People who are real. Those are the people that I like. But Rick, isn't it surprising? Does that surprise you?
Especially in the entertainment business where you meet so many different people, all walks of life.
I mean, I could understand if he was the safety manager at Cisco in Corpus Christi, Texas, and he's walking around with these nails. I'm sure some of those dudes would be like, what the hell's going on with that? You know, but in the entertainment business, that was what was shocking, Rick, was that comedians.
Yeah. In a world where they're inappropriate and say off-color things.
Yeah, like comics are normal. Like, you know, and comics should be the most open-minded because you got to be able to write jokes about anybody and everything. And that's always my thing. I love getting to know people because I love psychology, right? I want to talk to them. I want to find out, you know, when they came out or if I want to know everything.
Yeah.
Because I learn about human nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I learn about humans. I learn about people. I learn about things so that when I'm telling a story on stage, I can tell it with authenticity, right? So that when I talk about somebody or someone or something, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
For human beings, right? It was just, I don't know why I brought it up, but it just bothered me that comics would make him feel that way, right? In general, anybody. Right? Nobody should make anybody feel shitty.
Yeah.
Right? For being themselves. You know, and I don't know. It bugged me, Rick, and offline here, I will tell you one of the ones that literally told him that he didn't want him in there. Like literally was like, I don't like you, I don't like your kind, and I don't want you in my green room. And it'll shock you when I tell you who did that. Shocking. It just made me sad.
Yeah.
But he's a great manager. Everybody there loves him. And he's a lot of fun.
I was going to say, that kind of feels like it's a little inappropriate when someone is doing their job.
Yeah, and just doing their thing. You know, I mean, the nails are ridiculous. But in a funny way. You know, and that's what he told me. He goes, I remember the first time you met me.
Uh-huh.
And I remember too, because he kind of just poked his head in the door, right? Where you could tell.
He was giving you space.
Well, he was just trying to feel the waters, right?
Uh-huh.
He goes, I remember, the first day I met you, you went, damn, bitch, let me see those nails. He goes, and I knew I liked you. I knew we were going to be cool. I came in, you know. But it makes me feel good that I make people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And that I am nice and that I am inclusive.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. It was just weird. Any questions before we wrap it up today?
No, I think that's it.
It was a fun. I don't think we recorded any of it. We're gonna have to do it again tonight.
No.
No, I think we got it. Do our sponsors.
Oh my God, we don't have the paper. We need our paper. Raoul Western wear. There are boys' sizes. I know the holidays are coming up and people are starting to take family pictures. I just want to sell that daddy and son Raoul Western shirts are available and they look awesome.
Yes, with that being said, I can finally make the announcement. It is pretty official, non-official, and we got to figure out how we're going to do it. But we are doing an official Raoul Western Wear and Staunch after party in Vegas for NFR, and we are going to do a contest for anybody coming to my show in Vegas to win an after party with us with Raoul and Staunch, and they will get product.
Very cool.
Yep. So that was the big thing I had been talking about and teasing. So if you're going to Vegas and you're going to my show on Friday or Thursday, and you're going to be there Friday, or you're going to my show on Saturday and you're going to be there Friday, right now, send me a message on my Instagram or Facebook or my website and let me know. And right now, I'll give away 10. Right now, without the contest.
Yeah.
Like the first 10 people that send me a message, well, they're going to get invited to and we're going to do it at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, which is really, really exciting. So do the Old Salt Coffee while I try to find...
Old Salt Coffee, it is a veteran-owned company, and the coffee is delicious. Trevino 10 for the discount code. Sign up for your monthly subscription of yummy, yummy coffee.
Oh, it is delicious, and I do love it. Eric, you're not a coffee drinker, are you? Mm-hmm. You are? Have you had the Old Salt with us? Yes. It's amazing, right? So please get it. Trevino 10. Pick Cherries, guys. Go ahead and download it. Get it going. And it is a great way to
share our podcast. You can cut clips, like all the inappropriate things Steve says. You can just clip them right out and send them to your friends.
Or just a bunch of videos of Renae going, squirrel.
That too.
I can't find it, and I'm so bummed.
It's Confidence Auto Group, you guys, and they are running several promotions right now, but I think they are coming to a close very soon. So if you are in the market for a car...
I do know that September 30th is your last opportunity to take advantage of the EV
yes.
Tax credit. I do know that interest rates have gone down to 2.9 for some of the Fords. So please, Confidence Auto Group, please forgive us, Confidence Auto Group. We love you guys, and everybody knows we love you guys, and you guys are amazing. And I got to get the video. Have we got the commercials? I got to get the commercials.
Oh, I saw a teaser. Steve and I filmed a new commercial that's going to play in the local market in South Texas.
Yep.
I saw a clip because I was working on another project with Larry, and he goes, let me show it to you. It's really funny.
I'm excited about it. We love you guys. Please continue to share. Please continue to like, and do us a favor. Introduce the Trevinos to somebody else. Somebody that might not know us. Introduce us to them. And then before I get shit on, introduce the Trevinos, los Trevinos. We love you guys. Thank you.